Hey everyone, Glenn's Garage. I'm Glenn. We are back with the 2012 Volvo C70 convertible. Go through, this might be a long video because I'm reassembling everything, and wanted to give you guys kind of a bird's eye view look up with my little tripod that I've got set up over here about where we're at. So let me jump in here real quick. So starter, I actually grabbed one. I have a local Volvo auto dismantler. So I grabbed a used one, took it over to the O'Reilly guys. They bench tested it, checked out okay. All right, so here's what we've got. Two studs, threaded studs, one here, one there. Those nuts on there are actually a part of the stud, so this is like a two-piece stud. There's threads on this side that go into the starter, and then threads on this side that actually hold this bracket right here, which is I'm going to work on next, and that's basically kind of just a cable tie, and then it also attaches the radiator clamp down here, or hold stay. It's not really a clamp, it's just kind of a guide, metal guide. But these two are threaded in. I did no Loctite, but they are threaded at 36 foot-pounds, plus maybe a little extra squeeze on them. So those are both 36. And then this other side is where this harness is actually going to go. So we'll get that one up next. And this basically is just a kind of a cable tie. It goes in real quick. Then there's two little nuts that secure it. And then from there, we can start reassembling all of the other bits and pieces that go back together. And let me get this slipped on too. Okay, so let me see if I can get you a workout. I did over here on the oil separator, oil filter housing and separator housing, I did spray it down for the oil to see if we can at least kind of see what is going on with it. Talked with the IPD and they were like, oh, it's leaking, so replace a new one. Okay, great. Well, that involves their whole kit is like $3 and change. Not really part, but there's a hose here that snakes up on top of the engine. That's the breather. I don't have a clog because the crankcase isn't blowing air out, so it's not clogged. So I think there's just something within that assembly, or possibly it might just be this. I don't know. The oil changes have been done on this regularly, like religiously. There's a full, I have a full history on it. So let's see if I can get Mr. Tripod set up here and find a place, because I didn't do this earlier, but I probably should have. Take time. So anyway, bear with me on this, and then we'll see if we can get a nice good wrap on the phone to hold it right where it needs to go. All right, let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's see, where do we need to be? I'm going to be working in this area right here, so I do need to move it to this side a little bit. Let's see if we can. Oh, maybe it can go this way. Wrap it this way. That might be good. All right, where am I going to be? I'm going to be down in here. All right, starter. Yep, starter down in here. All right, so once your starter's back in, I'm going to use, let's see, can we see it? Yeah, just a little bit. I'll do a little twist here. All right, so we're going to get the power cables up and snuck on, and of course we're doing this without the battery. So those goes on. There's a 13 nut and a 10 nut. 10 millimeter and 13 millimeter. Those are on. I don't have those right now, but now that I've got that package on, this, I'm gonna get started. Oh, and by the way, real easy on this. They're both, when you do the torque, I used a deep socket on this one, but obviously the deep socket on this one runs into this radiator hose. So this is all kind of flexible area and movable. You know, I did it by myself, you can pull up on it or whatever, but I just did an extension. A 3-inch extension was a little long, so I just used two basically stub connectors that you would use for like a downsize or upsize on the ratchet. You know, size like 3/8 to ½ inch, ½ inch to 3/8, or down to 1/4. So I just used two of those, and then got my torque right in through here, in between this module. This is all electronic. That's for the ECU, and then underneath the pipe, just lifted up the pipe, and everything, we were good. All right, so let's get this on. Simple, underneath. Onto that stud, onto that stud. All right, now here's the fun part. Is the two nuts that go on there. So I want to make sure I don't lose them. So I'm going to pull up on this radiator hose, and then I'm going to go in with my fingers, hopefully. No, that's not going to work. Bottom one first, maybe. Move this hose clamp. You know, I'm pretty sure I had my fingers in there, but getting this started is going to be a royal pain in the rear. And thanks, Volvo, for making life just so easy on some stuff. All right, so I am up with all this gear. Let's see if I can move this stuff back out of the way. And of course, the last thing I want to do is drop it. Let's see if I get my fat fingers down in through here without completely scarring everything. Okay, now. Oh man, no way. No way, no how. All right, try another route. I'm gonna house this inside the deep socket. I'll pull up. It'd be nice if I didn't have that in my hand. It'll drop. All right, one at a time here. I'm gonna pull up pretty aggressively on this, not a problem. I'm gonna move this pretty aggressively out of the way, keeping that in, and we dropped it. Okay, now that's not a huge deal because it goes into the belly pan, but I don't have the belly pan down, so this may be a shorter video than I was hoping. Actually, it would have been nice if I could have gotten that one on. Let's see if I can get in. Let's see if I can get this bottom one done. Let me see if we can go in on the bottom. Let's get the bottom started. Oh, this is going to be a royal pain too. I know I came right in through here with this last time. So this actually mounts right there with just a couple of small screws. I'm going to wiggle it up real quick. Let's see if I can push this hose out of the way. Come on, baby. Okay. Now, on. I just have to be able to thread it. Take your time here. Obviously try to get as much thread on as possible. Okay. Okay, that's definitely going on. All right. So now we'll just use our fingers, snug down on that. Okay. All right. Now, again, probably a shorty here would work. Because we're going right there with it. But I am going to, I can't find my actual shorty. And I can't get a 13. All right, let me see if we can get in here. Get this radiator hose pulled back. Let's see if I can get, onto it. Okay, pushing over everything over to the driver's side. Definitely a short 13 would be good. I'm gonna go at it with my extension. So again, 13 mil. Let's drop down in through here. Go ahead and pull this up. I guess get at least one tightened up. Okay, there it goes. If I can find the stud to it. Hosey. And then we've got electrical back over here. There it is down there. I'm trying to remember how I got to it last time. There is, oh, okay. So I'm gonna pull this back out. You probably can't see it because that's behind there. But down here, there's an electrical harness part, and I'm going to see about this socket and extension back out without losing it. Okay. There it comes. All right, and then I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna go in through all of it if I can. Move this harness, pull this harness in. I'm gonna go down behind it. And try to come up under it. That's just, definitely just grab yourself a 13 short, especially for this part. I'm gonna have to figure that out. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up the video for now. Do two things. So this radiator just screws in here. This, once everything, the air box is, it sits there. I'll get the other nut onto here, and then we're pretty much good to go. From there, I'll have to get the airbox in. So let's go ahead and wrap it up for now. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll get you part 3 coming up here as soon as I get everything kind of put back started, so I can show you the rest. Bye.